Welcome to Baja Window to the South. I am Olga Sanchez de la Vega.
And I'm Denitza Garcia. Baja Window to the South, it's a weekly program that showcases the best of Baja California. In this occasion, we are here at Club Campestre de Tijuana.
It's a beautiful location. We cannot wait for you to come and join us. And today we're going to be talking, actually right now, we're going to learn a little bit more about Mexican Independence Day. We just celebrated another magnificent year. So let's learn a little bit more about that in the voice of Denitza Garcia.
¡Viva la independencia!
September in Mexico, it's called the Patriotic Month because on September 16th, we celebrate our Independence Day. Let's go and check this out.
Through the hundreds of years of colony of Mexico, there happened several other small revolts who were destroyed by the Spanish government. But the conspiracy of 1810 started the independence movement the night of the 16th of September of 1810, because it was discovered and the plan has been accelerated and need to proceed. For that reason, Miguel Hidalgo y Costilla, the guy who is considered the father of the nation, start the Grito de Dolores. In Dolores, it's a small town in Hidalgo. Early in the morning, start to ring the bells of the church and put together people to start the rebellious movement.
And did you know that the Independence Day of Mexico started this day, September 16, but it took 11 years until it was actually settled?
Hidalgo has been always considered the leader of the rebellion, but it was not the only one. As example, Hidalgo was not a military, an army guy. He didn't have any experience leading forces. And also there was other people who were also developing other abilities, Corregidora or Morelos. It finished, the Independence Wars of Mexico finished the 27th of September of 1821.
And here is what Pedro has to say about the difference between the Independence Day celebration here in Mexico and in the United States.
If you remember the independence in the United States, the people from USA, when they celebrate the independence, is the day when they sing the independence. But Mexicans, we celebrate the start of the movement.
Happy Independence Day to everyone. Let's keep celebrating with our beautiful Mexican flag in colors green, white, and red. Music, good food, even mariachi. Viva Mexico! Well, hello everyone. We're here in Baja Window to the South and we have a very special guest today. And why? He's going to tell us about the difference between the Independence Day, that's what we celebrate truly here in Mexico, and Cinco de Mayo, that's what they celebrate there in USA. So I'm very pleased to present Tadeo Calles. Welcome. He's a historian and also a tour guide. So let's see what he has to say about it. How are you? Welcome to Baja Window to the South.
Hello, friends. Thank you so much, my friend. I'm okay. I'm fine. I'm glad to be here to talk a little bit about history of the country and something as important as the independence of Mexico.
Yes, of course. Please tell us briefly. I mean, what's the Independence Day? I mean, that's what we celebrate. And the Cinco de Mayo to begin with, so we can know the difference.
Cinco de Mayo, my friend, it's the commemoration of the Battle of Puebla when Mexico won against the French army. And 16th of September, the day of the independence of Mexico, we celebrate the beginning of the independence war against the Spanish Empire.
Okay, excellent. Okay, so why do you think that they celebrate that in the U.S.? Do you have an idea? Probably you can tell us. You know.
Okay, let's begin with this idea of what Cinco de Mayo is. Mexico, the Cinco de Mayo battle was in 5 of May, 1862. And Mexico government was involved in a lot of pressure from European powers about debt. Spain, UK, and French. That 3 countries came to Mexico to ask the refund of the money. Benito Juárez, the former president of Mexico at that time, negotiated with Spain and UK, and they accepted to leave. Because also they were thinking like maybe French was looking to assemble a new colony, but French people were not about to leave. Like, we already did the trip, we are going to go battle. And these guys, there were 6,000 soldiers of the French army, and they won against Mexico in Veracruz. And they slowly advanced. They were looking to conquer the city of Mexico, and they advanced, stopped them in Puebla, between Zaragoza and the Mexican army, also another 6,000 guys. The French army was undefeated since Waterloo, 50 years of being like the most powerful army of the world. And on the other hand, you have the Mexicans. Remember, in 21, we finished the Independence War. And in the 40s, we fought a war against the States. So Mexico was not as strong as the French army. In that battle, the General Ignacio Zaragoza put the people in the outside of Puebla, near to a couple hills. And also he was helped by Porfirio Diaz. So the French guys, as they defeat Zaragoza or the generals of Mexico in Veracruz, and then in the middle point between Veracruz and Puebla, they were like overconfident. The French army decided to attack frontal against Puebla, but Zaragoza used to have enough experience on battle, and they knew it in the terrain. You have to surround Puebla and don't go through the hills. But that guys made the mistake to attack directly, and the army Mexican guys were hungry. Someone's shoeless. Other guys without a rifle, a proper rifle. The French fought, and in 3 times they tried to conquer the hills, and they were defeated the 3 times. At the end of the battle, Zaragoza sent a telegram to Benito Juárez. It was like las armas del pueblo mexicano se han cubierto de gloria. We are not going to follow the enemy because we don't have enough guns to keep following them. And the battle finished them. But it was a battle in a long war against French. So at the end, French beat Mexico. That we won the battle of Cinco de Mayo, but we lost the war. And at the end, Maximiliano Habsburgo was put as a new emperor of Mexico.
Okay, wow, now I know. I mean, you know, with more details. Thank you so much for sharing that. And well, now that we know this, do you think that's why Americans celebrate the Cinco de Mayo?
A lot of people talk about celebrations of Cinco de Mayo in the late 1800s in California. It may be because maybe there was families or other people who migrate from the south of Mexico, people from that times who were people involved in the battle and then later migrating to California. That's a possibility. And they keep doing the small celebration every year. But when you study history in a Mexican elementary school or high school, sometimes the history teacher, when it's an old guy who is not really super into history, tell like Americans celebrate Cinco de Mayo because the U.S. government was worried about French as a colony power interfere with the power of the United States. But I should not go into that theory because by the time Cinco de Mayo battle was going on, the U.S. people were in the middle of the Civil War. So where the people in the state were not really worried about Cinco de Mayo. They were like, okay, the French, we are not able to help Mexico. We are not able to, interfere. We are fighting each other right now. So that's the reason why I don't believe in the theory of the USA celebrates, because they were looking to be the ones who control more the American continent. Okay. And the third theory, my friend, the one I like better, Corona, the beer. Okay. Corona, the beer, start to be imported to the USA 1989, 1991, in the early 80s. And slowly they put a lot of
emphasis and yes.
So it's a day for celebration, Mexican Latin heritage idea. And nowadays, my friend, Corona is the most sold imported beer in the USA. So I guess maybe the capitalism is the one who is really pushing the Cinco de Mayo.
Yes, it could be advertising, you know, they use it because of that. Well, now there you go. Now we know what's behind, you know, the Cinco de Mayo and why we think they might, you know, celebrate it there in the United States, you know, in USA. I think the Corona it's a good one. But okay, you decide. And you were saying about in between
both of the days, Cinco de Mayo and Independence Day, are important days for the consolidation of the Mexican identity as a country, as a new nation. Remember, the whole 1800s was war after war, trying to solidify a republic, and Porfirio Diaz, the guy who ended up being a dictatorship, and the guy who made the slowly pacification of the country and make it and make all the development during that date. Cinco de Mayo was important for him because he was part of the guys who fought Cinco de Mayo.
Okay. Porfirio Diaz now again here with us.
And 16th of September, the start of the Independence Day. The birthday of the guy, it's 15.
The 15th of September 15, Porfirio Diaz's birthday. There you go. And he also was in the Battle of Cinco de Mayo, La Batalla de Puebla, that we call the Battle of Puebla. So that's a coincidence or not? But that's, I mean,
yes.
I think
two separate celebrations who are both important to the development of the nation.
Of Mexico, the Republic, you know, of Mexico, we can say, of our Mexicans. So, okay, even though, thank you so much for sharing that with us. Now that we're in this month, September, celebrating our Independence Day. Thank you for, again.
You're welcome.
We're very glad to have you in Baja Window to the South, and thank you for joining us.
Hi guys, Simon here, and we are in beautiful Playas de Tijuana. This is an amazing surf spot to learn to surf, or when the waves get bigger, to really challenge yourself and test yourself. And if you're a beginner and you're just wanting to learn, there is a surf school right here called Escuela de Surf Tijuana. So we're going to be talking to the owner to get a little bit more knowledge and information about the surf school and how we can learn to surf here in Tijuana. Okay everyone, we are here with Eliot, the owner of the only surf school in Tijuana. So Eliot, just tell us a little bit about your surf school and what it means to you.
The surf school is mean a lot of things, like, you know, that a guy for like a lot of people, they want to just come and relax in. Try to help a lot of people like just find a way to have another experience and, you know, like motivation, you know, mostly like that.
And how long has the surf school been here?
The surf school, they have 11 years old.
11 years.
Yeah, so finally we started like in 2011.
Okay.
And right now we are like getting a little more progress and just getting in competitions. Before it was like just only surf lesson, but right now it's like a little more step by step.
Okay, so let's change the topic a little bit. Tell me a little bit about the surf school and the lessons. Like, for example, how much are the lessons? When can someone come to take a lesson?
Well, we have the surf lesson charges like $45.
Okay.
Everyone they can invite it.
Okay.
We don't have like age for a start or age to stop it.
So like little kids too?
Yeah, little kids too.
Okay.
Yeah, we have this good instructor prepare, and you know, the good vibe, everything is over here in Playa. So I don't know, like, you know.
Okay, cool. And tell us a little bit about the surf spot here in Playas. Like, is it a good beginner surf spot or intermediate, or when's the best time to come take a lesson here?
Well, like right now, when we don't have a little moons, like this kind of tide, this is perfect for all the kids. Like the person that are beginner. When we have a little like souls coming, it's like intermediate and advanced surfers, because here we have a different kind of rip tides and different spots. You know, like sometimes we have a big walls over there, sometimes we have a perfect section over here, sometimes we have a little more down barrels. It depends over here.
Surfear es un deporte que me gusta mucho porque se me da bastante bien.
¿Y cuando tienes una ola grande, una ola larga, perfecto, cómo te sientes?
Feliz si la logro agarrar. Si me caigo, también feliz porque de los errores se aprende.
¿Y cuánto tiempo tienes surfeando?
Como 1 año y medio, 2 años más o menos.
Are you doing a tour down the Baja? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, all the every year we're doing like 2 surf trips. One is in April and the second one is October. October I recommend more because it's like the best weather for all the people.
Okay.
So I don't know, like we go down to Cabo Pulmo, or we can go straight to Cabo, or just lost in the, you know, Cataviña, that sections, like El Faro, all these areas.
So you're just gonna go like spot to spot all the way down the coast?
Sometimes, mostly when we started like El Rosario de Abajo, we start to surfing all that kind of spots because it's like chill, you know, like, it's a good way. But when we pass to Cide Cortez, we do like a little stand-up, kayak, snorkeling, and a little tours like on boat.
Okay, something a little more relaxed
Yeah.
on the Cide Cortez.
Days normally we started the surf trips. They start like 1st of October till 10 October, and we find all different kind of spots. Everyone they want to come and explore the Baja, they are welcome. Sometimes you can bring your car, or even if you want to just ask to us and Instagram, you can we can send all the information for everyone.
If you have a message to someone who wants to come down to Tijuana, they want to take a surf lesson, maybe they're a little bit scared, they've never surfed before, what message could you tell that type of person?
Well, Tijuana is not the thing what all the news they say. Over here in Tijuana, we are good peoples, and you can find over here in the beach. If you want to write to us, like in Surf School Tijuana, in Facebook or like Instagram, you can send a message, and we can help you like find a good spot, like try to find a hostels or something you need. So we're gonna try to do the best over here for try to help a lot of people.
Awesome, guys. So you heard it. If you want to take a lesson here in Tijuana, go on Instagram or Facebook, Escuela de Surf Tijuana. And if you need a hotel, you need a ride, he can organize everything for you. So come here, you're gonna have a good time. You're gonna be able to enjoy the ocean and the good people here in Mexico. And yeah, let's do it.
Well, hello everyone. I'm Janitza Garcia, and I'm actually in one of my favorite places in Tijuana, top, El Grill, with someone that is very special who is going to tell us about the real story about the Clamato, when it was invented, and I mean, we really would like to know what happened at that time, okay? Because we have different theories about it. It's a pleasure for me to present Mr. Héctor Kabande. Thank you for being with us here in the Baja Window to the South.
My pleasure. Thank you for the invitation.
And well, please tell us the real story about El Clamato, where it was invented and how it was prepared.
Okay. The Clamato it was invented in 1967 at Hotel Lucerna in Mexicali at Bar Aqueducto, Aqueduct Bar.
Okay.
It was a midday after a long night of a group of friends, led by my dad, Mr. Jose Kabande Dablug, and they were all hangover, and we happened to serve a bologna in the bar in the restaurant because it was a big thing at that time. It was accessible in cost, it was delicious, and Americans, you know, and Chinese people in the area of Mexicali, you know, they loved having it and eating it and sharing it. So what they did is, instead of making the traditional Bloody Mary, They did everything as a Bloody Mary. Tomato juice, Worcestershire sauce, Tabasco, lemon, salt, and ground black pepper. Not white pepper, ground black pepper.
Okay.
And what they added was the juice from the abalone.
Abalone.
What we did is the abalone, well, today it comes in cans. Today it also did, but you could buy it raw. And what we would do is we would boil the abalone and get the extract of the juice and then chill it and make it integrated into the tomato juice. Okay, so and that's where the Clamato comes out, and you know, the name Clamato actually was not invented by my dad.
Yeah, no, I bet.
Clamato is a company by Mott's, and they came out into the market in 1969, which is 2 years later than it was invented. The fact of the matter is that, you know, with so much shortage of abalone and the cost getting so expensive, because it was mostly, and it still is, exported to Japan and China. We decided to substitute the abalone juice with clam juice. Not clams, but just the juice of the clams. And then eventually we migrated to using the Clamato juice, you know, with the addition of the clam juice. And all the other ingredients that constitute a basic Bloody Mary.
Called Clamato, but it wasn't, you know, called
No,
at that
no,
time.
it was a Bloody Mary with abalone juice. But you know, at that time, you know, I have to tell you very honestly, I mean, we were the only ones serving that drink.
Yes.
It was actually prepared in this glass from the beginning. Okay, it's sort of an old-fashioned style kind of glass, but this has been the same glass we've used since 1967 to serve our Clamatos in all the Lucerna hotels and all our private restaurants.
And also, you keep it that way until today.
We keep it that way. We don't add clams. We don't add any other type of chili in the ring. It's only salt. It's lightly salted. Everything's done very, very subtle. You know, so you can always have the choice to add if you want to add more lemon, or you want to add more hot sauce, or whatever. You know, that's the way we cook too, and that's the way we prepare drinks. We give you the space to decide if you want to add up more of whatever spice.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's great. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, I mean, while you're talking, you know, I'm imagining this this whole process of the Clamato, of the drink, and also very important to say that was added. I mean, after, you know, because it was abalone, but the juice, okay, and then they use the clam juice, and after, well, probably.
Well, when Clamato came out and we were able to buy it, you know, because it was only sold in the U.S., we were able to buy it and bring it across the border. Then we substituted the tomato juice and the abalone for the tomato juice and the clam juice, and then the Clamato juice plus clam juice, but not clams.
But not clams.
Not that I don't like it with clams, but it's the original recipe.
Exactly. It's not the original recipe, because I mean, most of the places or restaurants they add clams, you know, directly, not the juice. So that's very important to say. Wow. I mean,
you know, everything in food and beverage, everything has an origin. And you know, with time, it tends to be innovated, and I like that, you know. But I also like to know. Where was the perfect martini invented, you know?
Exactly.
And it was at the American Bar at the Savoy Hotel in London, you know? And they have their own recipe, and they keep doing it, you know, for over 100 years. So other types of martinis are very exquisite and successful, but there's only one.
Exactly.
And that's the bar, you know? It's the same thing with the Clamato, you know?
So here we are. We're going to prepare the Clamato the original way. So now,
okay, this is how it all started. Same glass, okay? You slide, you know, the lemon wedge on the rim, You lightly salt it, you know, very lightly.
Lightly salted.
It's not like a margarita, it's much lighter.
Okay.
All these ingredients already contain a lot of sodium already.
Okay.
Okay. And the first thing that we do is we squeeze the lemon juice, and we leave it in.
Oh, okay.
We don't use juice that it's been
already squeezed.
Squeeze
or,
of that,
no.
you know, it's freshly squeezed. Then we add the ice.
Okay.
After this, we add Worcestershire sauce, about this amount.
Okay.
A few drops of Tabasco.
Excellent.
Ground black pepper. If you wish or not, a lot of people like salt.
Okay.
I personally don't, but I will do it because it's the original recipe.
Okay.
So we add a bit of salt. Okay. And then we add, you know, the vodka of your preference. In this case, we're using Kettle One. So we add the vodka. We add a regular tomato juice because at that time, Clamato did not exist.
Okay.
So we use the tomato juice.
The original.
And then at the end, we use the abalone juice.
With the
You
celery,
know,
yes.
I made a little bit of a mess here.
Oh well.
You know,
part
it's
of
pretty
it.
much, you know, it's pretty much like a bloody Caesar. You know, if you want to know the truth, but just abalone makes a whole difference.
Okay.
You know, and then from abalone we migrate to, you know, to what I've already explained.
Yes.
Okay.
No, most definitely. And I haven't tried clamato in my life with abalone, so
Okay.
that will be. Let me see. To have the honor. Salud.
Salud.
Wow. It's delicious, let me tell you. Wow, what a difference with the abalone as well, that touch. Well, there you go. Now we got to try the original Clamato. Everyone, thank you for joining us. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Thank
you very much.
This was
Pleasure.
Baja Window to the south.
Well, I had no idea about the origins of El Clamato, but now we do, thanks to Baja Window to the south. And now we're gonna go to Chef Medina and taste a little bit of those flavors that he likes to showcase.
Hey, what's up, banda? Ya estamos aquí en Hacienda K43. One more episode, the Baja Window to the South, Medina Baja flavors. Now go to the kitchen and try a Mexican homemade pizza from Chef Santos. Check this out, sabor.
Okay, the other option, we got pizzas in Hacienda K43. We make like a traditional pizza in Baja. We got only 4 ingredients. I mean, like Italian sausages, we got pepperoni, jalapenos, and red onion. This rack box is the best oven for pizzas. It's a specialty for pizzas only. Well, everybody make the pizzas from these bags, but everybody make different product, you know. But we make a pizza right now. So make a little bit on top, pepperoni, sausages, jalapeno, and onions. This dough, it's like sourdough. We're sitting like 48 hours. Let's go. Let me turn around a little bit. This pizza is ready almost 2 minutes because we got like 800 degrees, so it's really fast, okay? Let me put a little bit more hot. We need to put a little bit oil with the garlic. It's almost ready. Okay, guys. It's ready. Let me cut it out right now. This is the pizza. It's a Hacienda K43. Okay, don't forget. Mario,
Wow.
es una de nuestras especialidades
Thank you,
más
amigo.
en Hacienda 43.
Muchas gracias, brother. Hey guys, thank you, Banda from San Diego. Now I'm drinking a mezcalita from the Tamarindo, 400 Conejos, de mis amigas Abby y Rocio. Super, super good. It's amazing. Now I tried the pizza too. Wow. And I say that one is the one more episode, the Medina Baja flavors and Baja Window to the South. Don't forget this Hacienda K43. Sabor.
Thank you so much to Chef Medina with Medina Baja flavors that we love.
And this is another episode of Baja Window to the South. We like to thank you for your comments, your likes, and every single one of the places where you see us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, you name it, you decide.
Exactly, and see you next week.